Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex and I would greatly appreciate it if you want to support me or support the channel if you would consider liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. It helps to get the videos out there and it inspires me to keep creating. Today, we are going to be talking about the Never Ever Mets. Season 2, Episode 1. Yes, I know. I started this show last season. I'm gonna be honest, I just could not get with the fact that we found out that so many of the couples were fake, and I kept up the recaps, but I'm gonna be honest, yes, I bowed out last season. This season looks good, okay? This season looks very, very good. This actually has me hooked and wanting to watch the next episodes. So I don't know, but I hope we can go on this ride together, give the show a chance, give the recaps a chance, okay? We gonna give the Never Ever Mets a second shot because I do feel like this season already does seem to be better produced. The couples do seem a bit realer. So let's jump into it. Let's just start. So we're not going to do a full cast breakdown. There are other videos on the channel. I just didn't really have time for that. But we are going to jump into each couple. So the women start to move into the house first. And the first couple that we are introduced to is Charlie and Jared.
No, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
I got a little alarm set on my phone, a little timer. We count down for you.
I'm just gonna go do what I want. But I did end up having sex with this guy, and I am 8 months pregnant.
Now, they have been together for 4.5 years and also went to high school together. She was a senior while he was a sophomore. So basically, she slid in the DMs, okay? She saw him and was like, I want to get back with this guy. I want to talk with him. Now, she understands that he likely talked to other women and there has always been distrust. I don't know. These long distance relationships, it's just so difficult, especially when you don't have a stable footing to begin with. So because she felt like he was always talking to other women, she actually went ahead and slept with another man. But it gets worse. It gets worse. She stands up in that confessional and she's like, oh, and I forgot to tell him, I didn't really reveal that I am 8 months pregnant. Yes, you heard me correctly. This woman is 8 months pregnant with the man that she slept with to get back at Jared. I'm like, I know you ain't find this messy ass. I know y'all ain't do that already. Okay. Now, she's talking about I feel like I'm going to be the villain in this whole thing, but I hope that he can understand and he can forgive me. I was like, not y'all in the intro scene telling us that this woman is 8 months pregnant with a man that she's had a one-night stand with. All right. So the next couple that we are introduced to is Alicia and Irvin.
Conversation, you know I love a good ambiance.
No, I know.
Learning more about you.
We're getting to know each other. We are having conversations to see.
Now, they have been online dating for 5 months. For Alicia, this is the opportunity for Irvin to actually prove whether this could be a sustainable relationship, because right now she just considers herself to be in the talking stage where she's seeing if this could even be something. She's not really sure if she likes him because they haven't met in person. Next up is Cavassier, Clay for short, and Tatiana.
So, hey, we're playing. Looking all good and whatnot.
He's funny, he's very charismatic, he's easy to talk to.
Now, they met on Instagram. He was liking her pictures, all of this different stuff. He did slide in the DMs, and ever since then, they have been talking. Now, they also would like to meet in person because before they lock in, they want to make sure this is actually something. And the reason that they haven't met in person is because Tatiana is busy. And we already know with that one couple last season that lived in the same town, but they were too busy to meet each other. I don't know, child. But she is a mom and she is in school. So supposedly that is the reasoning why she hasn't been able to meet him. Now, Alexis and Christopher.
Chris, I didn't like him. He had this picture with like his tongue sticking out, kind of turned me off. We talked some more and I told him to send me a
They met through a mutual friend and Alexis was not immediately attracted to this guy. He had some pic of him sticking his tongue out and she was not really feeling it. But after a while, they kept talking and eventually he won her over. Now, she said she asked him to send a pic of his pickle. Okay. She was like, let's send me a little pickle pic real quick. And she, I guess, decided after that she was into this man. Child, I don't know. Now, she is actually 10 years older than him, but she prefers younger men because they could keep up more. She finds that older men cannot be on her speed. And I'm like, okay. So we got a little cougar in the room. She intentionally goes for younger men. We shall see. All right. Now, our next couple is Kiki and Brandon.
Georgia. I am currently in a relationship with Brandon, and we've been together for about 4 years. We met online. Brandon.
Ready to meet you. I'm honest. Honestly, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I don't know what to say right now. I'm just ready to meet you.
What if you decide you don't like me?
What if you decide you don't like me? You know,
So they have also been together for 4 years. He also reached out in the DM, sending heart eyes, and they fell asleep on the phone all night. After that, it was history. Now for Kiki, they have not met because she is a bit insecure about being a bigger woman. Now Brandon does claim that he likes bigger women and he's into it, but for her, she's always backed out due to that insecurity. So, all right, we gonna see with them too. Britney and Tai, they are doing pretty well so far.
I'm awesome. C'est super in French. Les Français? Tout à fait comment ça va?
It's going good so far.
She is really into this concept of the alpha male who says he's going to take care of her. He's always talking about how he's going to surprise her with breakfast. He's going to cook for her. However, she doesn't really know how true that actually is because they have not met in person yet. Now, she has a 3-year-old son, Britney, so she definitely needs a man that's going to be willing to be that support system, especially because she does not have a lot of support where she lives. Now, just when we think we're done, the girls realize that there is one more girl missing. And instead of one of the girls, in walks in Sinko.
And then from that point on, we had been DMing each other, FaceTiming every day, and just building a connection that way. Our relationship now.
Okay. All the girls are waiting to be whisked away to their date, and Sinko walks in and he says that he is dating Jay, but Jay, for some reason, is not currently there right now. So we are introduced to the whole group of girls plus Sinko, and they are whisked off to their first and initial dates of meeting in person. So our first in-person date is Charlie and Jared. And
oh my goodness, what's up with you? How you doing? Hold on, look at you.
Let me.
Charlie is amazing. She's everything I would look for in a woman. She has the curves. She's tall. She has beautiful eyes, beautiful.
I was already like, oh my goodness, this woman is hiding at least one baby. So we shall see. Now, Jared has no idea that Charlie had the baby a month ago. So this baby is literally brand new, fresh out baby. And I was a little bit confused because I was like, wait, she's drinking. So is she pregnant? Is she not pregnant? I had no idea, but apparently she had the baby 1 month ago. So she is really grappling with this big secret and whether or not she's going to tell Jared or not. Now, Jared picked a pottery class because he knows that Charlie is very artistic and that she's into things like that. So he is impressed, okay? In person, she is beautiful. He's impressed with those assets that she got. And she also feels that he is gorgeous, great smile, everything. So the physical chemistry is definitely there. Now, Charlie, again, we hear a lot of the grappling about telling him about the one kid. Keep in mind that she says one kid, because we're going to learn more later about this lady. But Jared, he also has a big secret that he needs to tell Charlie that he has not told her yet. And I'm like, let me find out y'all both got a menagerie of kids going on. Let me find out. So Jay and Sinko, and remember we have only been introduced to Sinko. Now we do find out a little bit more about their relationship.
I wanted to put a smile on his face. I didn't need him to plan a date, I got it.
Close to that moment, finally meeting Jay, I got a little workout.
Oh, I have on shoes too.
See, so 6'7" or 6'5"?
I have to get a ruler. First impressions of Sinko, very attractive. He gets a plus for telling the truth about his height.
They have been talking for 5 months. They met on Instagram. He noticed that she was liking his story, so he decided to slide in the DMs. Now for him, he does consider their relationship to be exclusive, so he's hoping that she feels the same way. He feels that she's a great mom, so he feels very, very confident in the fact that if they have kids, that there should be no issues there regarding that part. So now Jay, she planned out this little basketball date for the both of them because she is acts of service. That's kind of her thing. On the outset, I felt like Jay's personality is a little bit abrasive, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but you could definitely tell that Jay is a little bit strong-willed, and I'm not so sure that Sinko was immediately feeling it. Now, he is very impressed with how she looks. He mentions that she is not a catfish, so he is very happy there, and she is happy that he did not lie about being 6'7", because they keep talking about how he's 6'7", but is he really lying? Is it true? He lives up to the height requirements. Now they go to eat pizza after their basketball date, and she is definitely a bit nervous. It's very awkward. She's talking about how I can't make eye contact. This is so weird. And he's all like, well, we've seen each other though on Instagram multiple times, so this shouldn't be weird. Now he keeps talking about how she's not a catfish. She's not a catfish. He's so happy. And she's just like, well, yeah, you've seen me multiple times with glasses, without glasses, with filters, without filters. It was very awkward. I felt like their dynamic did not really flow that much. I feel like they were both kind of in a twilight zone of, wow, you are real? Okay. So I don't know yet. I'm not seeing initial chemistry on the first date, at least. But again, that could also just be their personalities. So Tai and Britney, he gives her this big, fat, squeeze, tight hug. She really, really loves when her man gives her those big hugs.
We both put on a little bit of a poker face, but couldn't stop looking at her.
I'm excited.
Stop looking at me.
So she is feeling it. They are going parasailing, and already they are making some innuendos. He talks about not getting her wet unless she wants to be. Now, they really cannot stop staring at each other physically. I think they really like it. They're both like, oh, don't look at me. Don't stare at me. Oh my God, this is weird. So again, they seem like they're doing okay, at least on the physical aspects of things so far. Now, Kiki and Brandon. Kiki is very impressed with Brandon.
Bitches, but why do you have my booty out on the first date? I'm gonna try to overlook it.
Ooh,
You like it?
So far, we're 3 for 3 with the couples in terms of physical attraction. I don't think there was any couple yet that, at this point at least, was like, ooh, that's not who I was expecting. Now, he is very, very satisfied. He loves her smile, and he set up this BBW photo shoot. I was like, not BBW photo. Is this some kind of fetish relationship? Child, why did he call it a BBW photo shoot? But anyways, Kiki is a little bit uncomfortable with that for sure. She's gonna look past the fact that he had her in lingerie on the first date, but it wasn't her preferred feeling. And I definitely could understand that. Now, they also have a little bit of dinner after their date, and Kiki's like, yo, can you pour me some more Prosecco? They're drinking the Prosecco. She's like, can you pour a little more? And he starts to get a bit turned off at the fact that she needs to drink so much. Now, I did pick up that Kiki, she seems like she's a drinker, because remember also when Kiki walked in the house, she was like, I hate to be that girl, but who's got the drinks? Who's got the drinks? And I was like, oh. So it's giving that Kiki, I think she's nervous. I think she's very, very, very nervous, and she's obviously trying to take the edge off with alcohol. But Brandon was definitely not really feeling that. Kiki's like, so you're the Prosecco police? What is this? He says they're going to work on it. So I am interested to see, does Kiki typically drink this much, need to drink this much? And again, some people like to drink and others don't. And sometimes you're just not compatible in those lifestyles. And that's not to say that one person's wrong, one person's right, but maybe it will be an incompatibility with the two of them. I'm also interested to know maybe if there's some background behind why Brandon is so opposed to the drinking. Maybe he has his own backstory with that, so we will have to see. So, Alicia and Irvin.
Right, his shirt is cute. He looks all right. Okay.
Nice, you look nice. She's very pretty in person. It was a sight to see, let's just say. Very beautiful.
7, 8.
Sorry, I know it's a little close.
Yeah, it's a
Now, Irvin, he is Haitian and he is from Brockton, Massachusetts. And the only reason why I mentioned that is because I'm from Massachusetts, and baby, all the Haitians really do be living in Brockton. Brockton and Massachusetts in general, especially like if you live near Boston and like that side, huge Haitian population. So I was not surprised there. Now, he's having her do a compa class. She absolutely loves that he brought his culture in, but she's not 100% loving that the first date is something where they have to be very touchy-feely. It's definitely a bit more intimate. So again, you could tell there's a bit of awkwardness, a bit of giggling, whatever, but she does end up saying that she felt very comfortable in his arms by the end of it. Now, they have this rooftop date and she absolutely loves that he planned it. For him, he is just so relieved that she is not a catfish. She is beautiful and he could see himself kissing her, but they are not quite there yet. And I will say, I like seeing some of these women have reservations about going all the way in the absolute first time you've ever met this man in person. I just think that sometimes you need to let things slowly progress and see where things go. So I didn't mind that some of the women were more like, I don't want to do all that touchy-feely. Like, yeah, I know we've been waiting to see each other, but we don't need to jump in the sheets right then and right there. So Tatiana and Clay, they go horseback riding.
She looked good. Like, I think the outfit was fire. I think the colors popped on her skin tone. Definitely 10 out of 10.
Oh, dang, I'm like nervous.
Now they talk a little bit about her vegan lifestyle afterwards, and he says he's open to it, but it's not really him. For Tatiana, she's not pushing him to be the exact same. She says, you don't have to eat like me, but they have a very awkward moment where he tries to go in for a kiss and she is not feeling it whatsoever. And he even says in the confessional, I was trying to kiss her, but she didn't really want to. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I was vegan for a little while and I had a partner at the time who was not vegan and it was kind of hard. I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I do think that being vegan is a lifestyle. There is a lot of foods you cannot eat. So I think a lot of people say, oh, I'm cool with it until they realize at a restaurant or when you're cooking together that you have to edit things. And I'm interested. I'm interested to see where she's at because clearly, again, and I respect it, she's another one that was not really quite ready to go in for the physical yet, and he definitely noticed that. It was like, okay, we'll just hold hands then, and they have this really awkward handholds. We shall see. So Alexis and Chris.
So I'm sorry in person.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel as though in order for us to get through these next 3 weeks,
we find out a little more information about Alexis and Chris on their first date. Alexis reveals that Chris basically cheated on her with a younger local girl. Now, her first thought in her head was that he was always going to come back, and he did end up coming back eventually, and now he's been working on getting himself out of the doghouse. And I'm like, see, here's the thing, right? I think, okay, you guys have your age gap and that's your business. But let's be so honest, a younger guy is honestly going to be more predisposed to cheating with a girl that is his age or younger than him. I feel like that's not unusual or uncommon, especially with being long distance. So I don't know. I would have definitely had a hard time with that and had some trust issues, especially if it was a younger girl that is the opposite of you in every single way. But okay. Now, she talks about how handsome he is and how that smile really made her melt away. They get on their date and it's a little picnic. And she's like, don't you owe me something? You owe me something, right? And he's like, oh. She's like, are you gonna do it? And he's like, I'm not sure what it is. She's like, a public apology. And I'm like, girl, if you gotta beg this man so hard to give you a public apology, baby, he don't respect you like that. He is not sorry. You should not have to beg somebody to apologize to you. But eventually he does apologize to her. He says that he should have respected her more and let her know when this was about to happen. And overall, he is just happy to say sorry in person. These two are about to be trouble. These two are about to be trouble among some of the other ones. So back at the mansion, Sinko and Jay, we see them after their date and they are in the bathroom and baby, they get straight to it in that shower.
When I came in, the last bed was a middle bed, a little small. I'm not small. And I'd rather sleep in the men's room with Sinko.
Jay is like, you know what? Look, women have needs, men have needs. And to be honest, for me, why not test drive the car right here, right now before we get further? Baby, they get right to it. She talking about she want to sleep in the men's room because they have a king size bed. So they wasted absolutely no time. So I guess there was Again, I think there was physical chemistry between them, but the energy, especially her energy, just seems so rough and forward. So we're gonna have to see. I don't know. I just wasn't seeing emotional chemistry, but hey, maybe they had some passionate lovemaking, okay? Everybody else does arrive from their dates and everybody started to meet each other. And we see Charlie and she is talking to the producer about the secret. This secret that she has a 1-month-old that he doesn't know anything about. She is grappling with how to tell him, but eventually she does go wake up what's his name, Jared, from a nap, and she's like, hey, I have to talk to you.
I have my daughter. She's 12. Yeah, you know about her. I have a 1-month-old daughter.
The last few months, our FaceTimes went from like 2 or 3 a day to like 1 or 2 a week.
And
So basically she reveals that she has a 1-month-old. At the time she told him, that she was having hernia surgery, but she was actually giving birth. Now, Jared claims that he did notice that something was a little bit off because her FaceTimes were less and less and less. And just when you thought that Charlie was done, oh baby, there was more. Charlie says, in addition to that, you already know that I have a 12-year-old, but I actually also have a 5 and a 7-year-old. I was like, I know y'all didn't find the messiest. I know you did not find the messiest one out here. So she says instead of 1 kid, like you thought I had, I actually have 4. Jared's sitting there like, but the crazy part is Jared didn't really react that much. And remember, Jared has his own little thing going on that we don't know about, because Charlie's like, so I don't know, like, if you suspected something was going on, why didn't you ask me at the time? He's like, oh, well, I have my own thing going on. And then the show just cuts off. Ciao. My guess is that he has a kid, and that's why they're going to stay together, because they both have a bunch of kids, and they're probably going to just be like, well, you got a kid, I got a kid, we on even footing. I don't know, child. Whew, but this season looks like it's about to be all right. Okay, there's a lot of different storylines. There's a lot of different open-ended things. I want to see how people are going to respond. So definitely let's strap in for this show and give it another shot this season. Now, if you made it to this point in the video, that means you liked the video. So I would greatly appreciate it if you would support the channel by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. It helps to get the videos out there, and it inspires me to keep creating. Thank you guys so much for always supporting my videos, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.